Today we're going to be going over how to install the side graphics for the door sill. I have a nice yellow scat pack here. So the first thing we need to do is to clean off the surface as best you can. You can use something alcohol based or ammonia based. Glass cleaner works amazing. You see that me use that in pretty much all of my videos. It's a good cleaner, smells good, and evaporates quickly enough. Alright. Once that's done, if you're in a cold area, today we're doing this in a garage because Texas decided not to be nice with the weather. It was 40 degrees warmer yesterday than it is today. Good times. Alright. So it's a little cold. So if you have a heat gun, you can use a heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, you can use a hair dryer. Just get it a little warm. Nothing too much. You don't want to get it hot. If you have a high power heat gun, you could blister the paint if you get it too close, so try not to do that. That would be a bad day for somebody. You don't have to get it hot. Just about skin temperature. So when you touch it, it's not cold. Vinyl doesn't like cold. So a little bit of heat is all it needs. There we go. Just a little, slightly warm to the touch. Alright, so clean, warm. Add some kind of an application fluid. You can spend money to purchase some application fluid, which I don't really think is worth it, or you can make your own. A drop of Dawn in or some other soap inside of a spray bottle full of water would do wonders. Alright, so there's our graphic. And when it comes like this in the mail, all you have to do is peel the backing off the tape and the graphic should stay on the tape, like so. And you'll notice that I'm peeling, I'm not pulling, I'm peeling. If you pull, then you run the risk of pulling something small that you don't want to, like one of these intricate little designs here. You could see it's already starting to pull. A little smiley. There we go. It's nice and easy. Kind of pull it from a different angle. There we go. And it's very hard to do this while holding it up, so I'm about to lay it on my leg here so I can just push down a little bit of pressure. Just pull through. There we go. Okay, so we got a nice long spot here. Slow down for the letters. Just make sure you don't pull any parts of the letter out. Vinyl is pretty easy to work with for the most part. You just have to go slow, take your time. A full set to do an install on a driver and a passenger side, if you're prepped and ready to go, shouldn't take you more than 15 or 20 minutes. And I am by no means a super expert, so if I can do it, anybody can do it. There we go. Alright, so we got the lettering down. Moving on to the honeycomb. Take it nice and slow. Every single time you see an edge, you want to slow down to make sure that you're not peeling it off. If you do have a little minor emergency and you peel off one of these pieces, you can always replace it, but it's a lot harder to eyeball it than it is to just simply take your time and hit it right the first time. Sometimes you have no choice, you kind of have to do the eyeball method, and it may be a little bit off, but it's okay, stuff happens sometimes. And we try and make videos for all of the stuff that we sell, so that way you guys have an idea of what to do and how to do it, and you can see for yourself before you try it out, and hopefully you don't have a problem or a catastrophic failure of some sort. Never mind when people come back, because we love repeat customers, but one thing that I absolutely hate is repeat jobs, because that means that somebody had a bad day. And I'm all about trying to sell you guys something one time to get it done, to make your ride look awesome. Not about selling you the same thing a dozen times. Alright. So there we go. Now we pulled all of the regular stuff off. Okay. And this sucker's gonna go on just like this. So we're just gonna be taped down. So let us grab some more of our handy dandy application fluid. Just a little bit, doesn't take much. Just a little bit to kind of keep it wet. What you're wanting to do there is you want to get it just a little wet, so that way when you place it on, you can move it around if it's not exactly where you want it. So get it lined up as best that you can. It's pretty easy on yellow here just because the graphic is dark and it's very easy to see it and line it up. So find your spot where you want it. There's just a slight curve. I like to use that as my line, to where it just has a very slight curve at the top, but not much. And I'm not giving this any pressure. I'm just enough to kind of hold it down, make sure it looks straight. All right, now I think we're looking good. So we're going to grab a vinyl tool. This one's got a little bit of the fuzz on it. Plastic end, you can use either one. What we're doing now is we're just pushing out any of the excess fluid that's in there. A little bit of pressure, not too much crazy pressure. There we go, just getting rid of, whoop, see, keep it in a straight line. There we go. Now by now, again, if you're in a cooler environment, you'll notice that this feels cold and that feels cold. So just a little bit of heat. Remember, vinyl absolutely loves heat. And again, you want to get this right about where it was before, to where it's just a little warm. You don't want it to get too hot. Just a little warm. Nice and toasty. Alright. Now once it's warm, same way that you rolled off your backing paper, you roll off the tape. I find it easier to start on this end because this is the bigger section. You just kind of roll it back a little bit, and if this corner starts to come up, you just give it a little love. You just push it down, either with the tool or with your finger, whichever you'd like. But once you start rolling, you'll notice that it's a lot, the more of it that's stuck down, the easier it's going to be to roll this tape off. There we go. So again, you just want to go with the vinyl and be very careful, just like that. So you just hold it down, go slow. Every time you're going to come to something that's either a change in direction with the graphic or a very delicate small piece, you're going to want to go super slow, because if you go too fast, then you could end up tearing the vinyl, you could end up destroying the design. Again, it's not super crazy difficult, just be sure you take your time. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. For my military buddies out there, everybody's heard that a million times. That's it, just take it slow. Remember, this is something you're going to be adding to make your ride look absolutely amazing. So take your time, go slow. There, now we're done with the hard part, all that stuff right there. So we'll move a little bit faster until we hit the first letter, then we'll slow down again. And there we go, nice and easy. And another thing that kind of helps too is I'm pushing down with my hand over here as I'm rolling. That's just helping the vinyl on this end, just a little bit more pressure, hoping that it will stick. It's basically a fight. Which adhesive is stronger? The adhesive on the vinyl itself, on the graphic, or on the tape. So you want to do everything that you can to pull the tape off and not pull the graphic. Almost there. Alright. I'm going to get this nice big stretch here, and I'm going to adjust a little bit here, get closer to the end so I can reach. I'm probably blocking the camera, but with the honeycomb thing, it's pretty much the same thing. Just nice and easy. A little bit of pressure. Slow, deliberate pulls, and if you see something pop up, slow down, roll it back, push the graphic down, and then continue again. See that one right there. Push down a little bit. Go super slow. Okay, we're good. That one's nice. Pull it a little bit too. Yeah, I don't think we had enough heat down there. Plus it's still plenty cold down there too, so it can hurt to heat it up just a little bit. We're on our last 3 pieces here. Again, you can use a hairdryer if you don't have a heat gun. Most hardcore DIYers or installers will have a heat gun. There we go. Alright, so now next thing we do is we grab a little towel here, just get rid of the excess. You don't want to rub it too much because even with this microfiber towel, you can still catch one of the pieces of the graphic. So when you're on the smooth part, you can wipe it like that. When you're on part here where it's very intricate, just a little push down, a little dab, just trying to pull up some of the excess moisture. Same thing here, just a little bit of a dab. And then in here, 99% of the time you'll have little bubbles, which is to be expected. That's just fluid that's trapped between the graphic and the paint, which is completely normal. What you want to do is you want to take your tool and just kind of push it all out towards the closest edge. So if it's on the bottom, you scrape it this way. If it's in the middle, you find the closest piece of graphic and you just try and get the bubbles out. This one actually turned out better than most of them. There's no bubbles, which that's absolutely crazy because there's almost always bubbles. So once it's off, give it a little bit more heat, which is more of a precautionary thing. I just like to do it because, like I said, it's 46 degrees today in Texas. Yesterday it was 87. Don't ask me how that happened. No, remember the polar vortex of 2019? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so nice and warm. Go a little warmer this time. Remember, you don't want to get too close or too hot. You see it kind of bubbling up a little bit over here? It's just fine. We're just going to help it wrap around the corner. A little bit lower because I'm running out of space. And there we go. That is how you install in very tight quarters. That is how you install the door sill graphic onto either a Challenger or a Charger. We have sets that will fit both. We've got custom designs, custom wording, pretty much whatever you need. I think it looks absolutely amazing on this yellow, and I'd like to definitely say that this is an amazingly fun project to do. It's a great way to customize your ride, and it's something that's always going to look awesome. Take care, and we'll see you next time.